This conference will now be recorded.
So first of all, happy Vinayak Chavati, guys.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Feel the same, Amma.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, we'll start, guys. We'll start in 2 minutes. Till others are there.
Yes, sir.
So Avinash, meanwhile, share your screen.
Yes, sir. Already.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Today we'll start AWS. And before that, guys, I would like to say one thing. So with the training, you never get the experience, guys. So few guys still they're asking, can we survive in real time and all. So one thing I would like to say, so with training you never get the experience. Okay, so along with the class, you have to work on tasks. You have to again go through the interview questions. Okay, your cooperation, your dedication is required compulsory. With that, you have to explore more. You will come to know what else you have to learn. Okay, then if you complete all of those, then only you will get experience. Example, can you please open my Google Drive once? Let's take today we are starting AWS. Okay, if you go to my Google Drive, basically everybody, guys, whoever doesn't have, please ping me in the group chat. Always group chat, guys. Prefer group chat. Don't ping me privately. Okay, na? So I'll give you this Google Drive invitation. So there are huge documentation available. I don't know how many following this or not. Okay. Always follow Google Drive. Interview questions. Okay. So class notes, everything available there. And if you go to AWS, see, for every tool you will get tasks like this. Huge documentation. So don't think sir will say which task I have to do and all. Okay, now sometimes I may not give the task, but still go to my Google Drive. There you will get the tasks. Okay, and try to start one by one. It is your responsibility, guys. Okay, to get experience, compulsory you have to do all these things. Okay, so always follow my Google Drive. There are so many things to learn. So even few topics I don't cover. So those things also available in my Google Drive documentation. So you also, if you have any documentation, please send me. I will upload here. Okay, so definitely it will be helpful to others also. Always complete these things along with the tasks. Okay, every topic you should know. whatever we have in Google Drive. Then you will get the experience. You don't need knowledge, you need experience always. Okay, it is in your hands, not in my hands. Okay, yeah, go ahead. Now let's start our class. So, guys, and here, what is AWS? Why do we need AWS? Okay, so why do we need AWS means, but basically it is one of the cloud provider, guys. Compulsory any organization,
ఓకేనా ప్లేట్లో పెట్టేయాలా జస్ట్ విను
everybody mute yourself.
అవకాశం చేయాలి చెప్తున్నాను ప్లేట్లో పెట్టి
Yeah. So, guys, every organization need a data center. So, data center is compulsory to build their operating system. Data center means building. Their hardware will be there. On top of it, operating system. On top of it, applications. So internally, there are so many applications required, guys. So example, if you see my Linux, there I given few application list. Okay, if you go to Linux itself, uh, so there itself I given one set of applications. Okay, so what kind of applications we use in real time? These are examples only. See how many applications we have, SSH, Telnet. So all these applications you should know that, guys. What is the purpose of each and every application? This is not only DevOps tools. I'm not talking about general concept. Okay, now in real time, what kind of application? What is SSH? SSH is to connect remotely. We are connecting to remote Linux operating system by using SSH. So in our Linux operating systems, SSH application is running in your laptop. So those two communicating when I connect to my Linux address. Similar way, Telnet, FTP, Tomcat, HTTPD. All these applications you should know that. What is the purpose of each and every application? I can't explain everything in class. Okay, you are. It is your responsibility. So to host this application, we need operating system. To install operating system, you need hardware, and hardware will be there in data center. So generally, every organization need a hardware data center. So previously, there is no alternative. Around 10, 15 years back, there is no alternative. Compulsory, I should have my own data center. I should lease it, or I should build. I should purchase a building and a hardware. Then data center engineer, data center engineer is to manage the hardware. OS admin or system admin is to install the operating system. Storage admin to manage the storage. Network admin to manage the network. Power admin to manage the power. Okay, this many teams required if you have your own data center. It increases the cost of the project, guys. Obviously, salaries you have to pay for them. This many teams you have to manage. If you have your own data center, we call it as physical data center. Already I showed you that how it would be in the demo class itself generally. So this looks like this is your server. This is called as enclosure. Okay, in a single enclosure, 16 hardware will be there. 1, 2, 3, like this 16 racks. So 16 hardware. On top of it, 16 operating systems you can install. But very difficult, time-taking process. dependency, multiple teams required to manage this. Cost of the project increase, obviously. Okay, now so nowadays cost is also one of the important key factor for any organization, right? So they have to reduce the cost. There are multiple ways, guys, to reduce the cost. That's where Docker comes into picture. And okay, so then VMware. So AWS is also one of the like a very easiest method to manage your servers. So here there are some third party providers, vendors. They already established the data centers across the world, not only in India, UK, Canada, Singapore, China, Malaysia. See, basically these are called as regions in terms of AWS. So we call them as regions. Regions ante location, geographical location. See, in US, 4 location they have the data centers. In India, as of now, Mumbai, but maybe within 1 or 2 years, you can see Hyderabad also here. Already it's in progress. Okay, now. So you can see Hyderabad data center here, region. In Hyderabad also they start, they're already, it's in progress. Okay, so as of now, only Mumbai. So the cloud providers, they already established the data centers across the world, and they created one web interface. Okay, simply any customer, any organization, they can create account with them and they can start using the data centers. Very easy to use, very less cost. Okay, now here, if you use any cloud provider, not only AWS I'm talking about, we have Azure, Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud, Oracle Cloud, IBM Cloud. This many clouds we have in the market. But why AWS? Because AWS has more number of services when compared to other clouds. Okay, so it's a vast case. Again, AWS is vast. Okay, now so number of services around 300, 400 services available in AWS. That is one reason, and one more reason is what I can say. Since beginning, AWS is there around 15 years. So first AWS, then after Azure and Google came. And very easy when compared to Azure. It is my feeling. Even I heard the same thing from different colleagues also. But it's up to you. As per my knowledge, AWS is very easy when compared to Azure. Google Cloud easy only, but there are no much services. Is not providing more services when compared to AWS. But Google Cloud is also easy. That's the reason Google Cloud not they are using, because there are no more services, very less when compared to AWS. Azure has the services, but little difficult. Guys, even if you want to learn Azure, first go with AWS. Then try Azure. So you will get you can understand more. That is my suggestion, but it's up to you. Always. Okay, now first go with Azure, AWS. Very easy when compared to other clouds, and more number of services, very less cost. So here, any cloud provider, if you go, there is no hardware maintenance. Everything they will take care. So our responsibility directly, only one AWS admin enough. No data center engineer, no system admin, no storage admin, no network admin, no power admin. This many teams we can reduce if you go with cloud instead of your own data center. Okay, simply one AWS admin or DevOps admin can manage the account. Very easy. Within, like example, I can create an operating system within just a few clicks. I can add the storage, how much you need within few clicks. I can like set up the network within few clicks. But in terms of physical data center, separate team, because it's a separate technology. One person cannot maintain. One person may not have those knowledge and all. It's a separate technology. Separate devices will be there. But here, all one person, all in one. Everything is service, guys. Storage is one service. Network is one service. Server is one service. Even you will get applications also directly. Okay, na? So here, guys, they divided the services into 3 types. Just a minute. Yeah, sorry. So, guys, here everything is a service, and there are basically they uh, made it as a 3 types of services, guys. So one is infrastructure as a service. So we call it as in IaaS, guys. One more is platform as a service. So can you please open the notepad once, Avinash? So guys, already running notes also available. Okay. So in your Google Drive itself. Yeah, go ahead and type IaaS, PaaS, SaaS, 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 అన్నిటికీ double A, software as a service. Write down infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. Okay. So these are the 3 types. Any cloud, guys, not I'm not talking about AWS. Okay, it is for any cloud. ఏ క్లౌడ్ లో అయినా సరే ఈ 3 టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ ఒక ప్రతి సర్వీస్ ఏదో ఒక కాన్సెప్ట్ కిందకి వస్తుంది. సో ఇన్ఫ్రాస్ట్రక్చర్ యాజ్ అ సర్వీస్ మీన్స్ they will provide the hardware. We have to install the EC2 and I mean our operating system and all. That is called as infrastructure as a service. Platform as a service means already platform, no is required. Directly I can go ahead and set up the applications. Okay, now so I can configure my application like RDS. Okay, now so directly I can go ahead and configure it application. No OS required. Well, service is there. Service I have to click on that service. Now next configure the application. So options no. So we have to select the options and all, then configure, give the name. select whatever the properties you need for that application, everything, then set up. And you can connect from the outside that application. Software as a service means already software under. Directly I can go ahead and log in and like Outlook, Google, Gmail. Okay, example Gmail directly. So I don't need to configure anything. So I can open gmail.com, create an account, log in and use it. So I don't need to set up any application for that for me. So software as a service. These kind of services available, guys. Here we concentrate on only this one because it's not a AWS class, it's a DevOps class. So we concentrate on basic things, guys. What you need in AWS. So guys, in AWS again, you have DevOps services. Okay, na. So DevOps related services also available in AWS. But we are going to cover open source DevOps tools, not AWS DevOps tools. So here two things, try to understand. In AWS also we have DevOps related services. Okay, now. But majorly we concentrate on open source DevOps tools. అంటే విడిగా మనకు బయట దొరుకుతాయి. So we can install a OS from AWS and install our DevOps tools from outside. Okay, now. But along with that, as part of your practice, okay, now. Example, if I go with Jenkins, here code repo, code build, those services available. So you have to practice this also. Okay, now, but I am going to cover open source అంటే బయట వేరే టూల్స్ ఉంటాయి. So those are the maximum we use. But you have to know, you have to have the knowledge on these things also. For practice purpose, go with these DevOps services also along with the open source tool. Okay, but I majorly concentrate on only this part, the basic, what you need for DevOps. Okay, yeah, like network, storage, OS, only this part I will cover as of now as part of our class. Yeah, so next, first EC2 service, first OS. Let's talk about the OS. Already you know how to launch your operating system, but little advanced I will show today. So obvious. Can you please write down? EC2 instance launch steps. First choose AMI. Amazon machine image bracket లో రండి. Okay, so guys, obviously to install OS I need a image anywhere, not only in AWS, right? Even in laptop also, to install OS I need ISO image. DVD I will take it. Here AMIs already see so many images available. You can install Red Hat Linux, CentOS, Windows, Mac, SUSE. See, so many images. So as per, so whenever your customer or your developer or your application guy, they requested any operating system, you can select them. Okay. So again here 4 types of AMS available, guys. Quick start means Amazon provided AMS. Amazon వాళ్ళు ఇచ్చిన AMS. My AMS means you can create your own AMI. I will show you why we need that, why we have to do that. Marketplace means you can sell your AMIs. These are images from different users. If you use, you will be charged. They will be paid. మనం అమ్ముకోవచ్చు మన AMIs. We can sell our AMIs. It's a big process. అంటే example, I created my own AMI with some application. ఎవరైనా customers కావాలంటే వాడుకో, like I can sell it. Community AMIs means forum. These are also provided by AMI, maybe like a different users, but free of. I mean, depends. Okay, so like 4 types of AMIs. Now choose like whatever you need. I'm going with just free. Obviously, if I go to any shopping mall to buy a laptop, they will ask me what kind of configuration you need, how much RAM you need, how much CPU you need, what is the purpose of your laptop, why do you need gaming related, SAP you want, as an application, multimedia you want to install, something like that they will ask you, because based on that they will suggest you. So what configuration, how much RAM minimum you need, how much CPU you need, what hardware you need, what network, what graphic card you need, right? So here also guys, there are so many. See, so when customer came to you, example, he want to use some database. Okay, now. So you may not know direct names, but here can you go to, yeah, instance types, EC2 instance types, EC2 instance types. So based on the type, you will be charged, guys. Here, can you please write down second one, instance type. Choose instance type. Choose instance types. Okay. So there are different types, guys. Like, okay, let me ask you one question. Guys, example, if you go to shopping mall, same configuration. Okay, now, like example, I need 8 GB RAM, 8 CPUs, maybe 4 CPUs. Then what else? Storage, 1 TB storage. So same brand, but different prices. What is the reason, guys? Why like that? కొన్ని brands లో same configuration ఉంటుంది, but prices difference ఉంటాయి. So we'll be having prices difference. Like maybe one may have like 50,000, one may have 70,000. But same like maybe hardware might be different, but same configuration. What could be the reason? Performance will
Brand.
be different. The hardware will be different. Guys, performance తేడా ఉంటుంది, హార్డ్వేర్ డిఫరెన్స్ ఉంటుంది దాంట్లో. సేమ్ కాన్సెప్ట్ హియర్ ఆల్సో వి హ్యావ్ సేమ్ కాన్ఫిగరేషన్, బట్ ప్రైజెస్ విల్ బి డిఫరెంట్. సో ఎగ్జాంపుల్, yeah, see, general purpose. So what is general purpose? So inni types ఉన్నాయి general purpose లో కూడా మళ్ళీ. In general purpose again. So don't worry, you no need to remember all this. You can see like what is the purpose of each and every type. The basic general purpose means basic, like internal applications, no much load. Okay, just basic what I can say, application, no much load. So in that case you go with general purpose types. తక్కువ కాస్ట్ ఉంటాయి ఇవి జనరల్ పర్పస్ అనేవి. ఓకేనా, బేసిక్ హార్డ్వేర్ అనుకోవచ్చు. యూ మే థింక్ లైక్ బేసిక్ హార్డ్వేర్. అండ్ కంప్యూట్ ఆప్టిమైజ్డ్, యూ విల్ గెట్ CPU పర్ఫార్మెన్స్ మోర్. ఇఫ్ యూ సీ, సో ఎన్ని టైప్స్ ఉన్నాయి CPU ఆప్టిమైజ్డ్ లో. వాట్ ఈస్ ద పర్పస్? హై పర్ఫార్మెన్స్ కంప్యూటింగ్ CPUs. సో ఈ టైప్ ఆఫ్ అప్లికేషన్స్ కి, సో లైక్ HPC clusters, batch processing application, ad serving application, video encoding, gaming. సో ఇట్లాంటి అప్లికేషన్స్ అయితే కంప్యూట్ ఆప్టిమైజ్. Okay, so you have to ask them what is the purpose. When application team requested you a server, you have to ask them what application you are going to launch here, you are going to install in this. Memory optimize అంటే మెమొరీ పర్ఫార్మెన్స్ బాగుంటుంది ఇక్కడ గైస్. సో ఇస్ దట్ మీన్ ఇన్ జనరల్ పర్పస్ వి డోంట్ హ్యావ్ మెమొరీ? జనరల్ పర్పస్ లో కూడా మెమొరీ ఉంటుంది. వితౌట్ మెమొరీ సర్వర్ యూ కాంట్ లాంచ్ ఆపరేటింగ్ సిస్టమ్. సో మెమొరీ విల్ బి దేర్, CPU విల్ బి దేర్, నెట్వర్క్ విల్ బి దేర్, స్టోరేజ్ విల్ బి దేర్. అన్ని దాంట్లో అన్ని ఉంటాయి, కానీ పర్ఫార్మెన్స్ డిఫరెన్సెస్ ఉంటాయి. సో కంప్యూట్ ఆప్టిమైజ్డ్ హార్డ్వేర్ లో ఏంటి, ఈ టైప్ ఆఫ్ హార్డ్వేర్ లో, ఇన్ దిస్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ హార్డ్వేర్ యూ విల్ బి హ్యావింగ్ మోర్ CPU పవర్. సో సైజెస్ ఉంటాయి మళ్ళీ దాంట్లో, ఈచ్ కంప్యూటర్ సి హియర్ యూ హ్యావ్ సైజెస్, డిఫరెంట్ సైజెస్. సో ప్రతి దాంట్లో సైజెస్ ఉంటాయి. Okay, so the hardware might be differ, guys. So memory optimized means memory performance boundary. Okay, RAM performance. See, everywhere different types of. So based on our requirement we use. Okay na. So మీరు అడగాలి CPU like performance, database అయితే memory, storage ఇవన్నీ బాగుండాలి. So these things you should take care. So guys, generally nowadays the vendor also they are providing the recommendations. Vendor means that particular example database vendor ఉంటాడు కదా, database vendor, database who developed that. So he will provide the recommendation. So this is the best practice. If you have this much user, if you are using my application, please go with this type of hardware. If you are using AWS, like that, nowadays they are providing the recommendations also. Based on that they will ask you, so we have to choose them. Based on your time you will be charged. Okay, yeah, next. So at a time you can launch 20 servers, guys. Example, you need with the same configuration multiple servers. So here you can change it. So by default it is 1, but you can add 2, 3, 5, 10. So 10 servers with the same setup. Okay, so basically here network settings you can select. We'll talk about network separately. Okay, now so multiple things are available, but only important things I will explain. IAM also it is separate topic. Okay, now what is IAM? What is network? So we'll talk separately. Okay, so it's a separate topic. Next, obviously storage. How much you need, you can add them. Okay, now you can add any number of disks. So we'll talk about storage also separate class. Tags. What is tag? Tag means, guys, generally when you go to shopping mall, for every item you can see the tag. What will be there in the tag, guys? So identification purpose.
Information.
Tags are nothing but for identification purpose. Okay, na. So like name, brand name, key and value, brand name, item name, price ఎంత, key and value ఉంటుంది. Same concept here also. For identification purpose, you can give the tags. Like name tag is, so what server it is. Example, it is a development server. So dev, so some application, HTTPD application. So owner. This is for identification purpose, guys. Okay. Owner of that application, who requested. It's a completely our wish. Okay. Security groups. This is a firewall, guys. In this server, which application you are running and to whom that application should be accessible. Okay. So that is what security. We'll talk in network concept. Already you know that, I hope. Okay. So everybody. Now finally review and launch. So you can review all these settings, whatever you selected till now. If any changes required, you can edit it. And finally launch. So already everybody you know this. You can choose existing key pair or new key pair. It's up to you. Launch instance. So this is the procedure for EC2 instance launch. Your instances. Your server is ready. So this is EC2 service, guys. With the help of EC2 service, we are launching our operating systems. Okay, na? Whatever the operating systems you are launching. Okay, so you're launching you're launching with the help of EC2 service. In the same way, we have storage service, we have network service. Okay, so we'll talk about storage next. So guys, already nodes available right now. Choose instance types. Next, so I'm just overview I'm giving here, but nodes already running nodes. Whatever I explained, everything in the AWS, Google Drive. Next, configure instance. Next, add storage. Next, add tags. Next, security group. Next, launch instance. Review and launch instance. Okay. Yeah. So these are the steps involved in EC2 instance creation. Next type, next storage. So what are the different types of storages in AWS? So AWS వాళ్ళు ఏమేం storage services ఇస్తున్నారు. Okay. So guys, even in my personal life, we have different types of storages, right? Pen drive we have, DVD we have, next hard disk, floppy drive. So this many we have. Similar in AWS also we have different types of storages. EBS, EBS. Next EFS. Next S3. EBS, EFS, S3. EFS. So guys, these are the services provided by AWS. Okay, first EBS, Elastic Block Storage. Elastic Block Storage. This is the default storage which comes with your AWS, your EC2 instance, guys. So మీరు EC2 instance create చేసినప్పుడు, so while creating EC2 instance, you get this default storage. మీకు చూపించాను కదా storage. But additional, okay, let me select that. Let me check the storage. See, you have as of now one hard disk. That is the main disk. Main disk అంటే అందులో OS ఉందని అర్థం. Okay, root device is nothing but in that we have the OS. We have only one disk as of now, and in that disk itself we have the OS. That's what this meaning. అందుకే 2 times చూపిస్తుంది. Okay, na. So one is a block device, and a total number of hard disk it will show you. As of now, only one hard disk is there. In the same hard disk, we have the OS. Okay, that's what this meaning. Now, if you want to know about full details, what hardware it is, so you can click on this. You will get the ID, EBS ID. So this is the EBS value. Okay, now you can click on this. So it will give full details. Or else, go to just come down, scroll down. Volumes option is there. వాల్యూమ్ అంటే స్టోరేజ్ డిస్క్ అన్నమాట. Okay, so here see, this is your, you can see the details like which instance it is attached. So instance details, yeah, here it is. This EC2 instance, it is attached. Okay, so in this way you can check that what is the size. And additionally also, can you please log into the server, to the same server? Log into it. It was only one, either above, back delete చేసి. So set the same host name. So guys, always set the names. Same name. Whatever name you given there, అదే name ఇక్కడ ఉంటే confuse అవ్వు. Will be in safe side. Always set the host name for identification purpose, guys. So generally it will show the IP address. We can't identify or remember the name IP address, right? So but names are very easy to identify. And always when you launch a new operating system, ekkadaina sare, I'm not only talking about our class. Always remember, if it is a brand new operating system in your laptop also, in AWS also, in Azure also, in Docker also, when you launch a new operating system, first update it. Yes, M update. That's a mandatory. Why? Why? Because the image which you have used, అది ఎప్పటిదో, maybe 3 months back, maybe 4 months back. So the updates won't be there in that image. Okay, now, so you are using that image to launch an operating system. So maybe the image might be like 3 months back, 4 months back created. So no updates since three months. So all the packages, all the applications what are already installed, so will be updated. Always this is the best practice, guys. Don't expect every time. I mean, you know, you should not expect from me. So compulsory, if you launch a new operating, only for new, not for old. Remember this word, only for new operating systems ki matrame. If it is a new operating system, you have to do this. Anyway, it's a general concept, guys. Last గురించి చెప్పట్లేదు నేను. Okay. Now, how to check the storage information here? LSBLK, list of block devices. So LSBLK command will show you how many hard disks you have in the system from server level. LSBLK, run it. See, guys, as of now, one hard disk. దీంట్లోనే partition ఇది. So guys, generally in Windows also, you have your laptop also, you have only one hard disk. But what you did, you partitioned. First hard disk C drive తో మ్యాప్ చేసావు, C folder తో. See, నాకు ఒకటే హార్డ్ డిస్క్ ఉంది. I have only one hard disk generally in laptop, right? But what you did a partition. First disk ni ante, so can you please open the paint session? Something like this. This is your laptop. Here you have only one hard disk. But what you did, logically దాన్ని ముక్కలు చేసావు, partition చేసావు, divide. You divided into multiple parts oka hard disk ni. So those are called as partitions. Okay na. So by default, hard disk you cannot read or write. దాంట్లో డైరెక్ట్ గా దానికి ఒక ఫోల్డర్ తో మ్యాప్ చేయాలి. You have to map it with a folder. So దాన్నే డ్రైవ్ అంటాం. C drive అని ఎందుకంటాం? C is a folder basically. Why we are calling C as a drive? Example, if you go to C drive inside, so వీటిని folders అని ఎందుకు అంటున్నాం? C ని drive అని ఎందుకు అంటున్నాం? Why we are calling C as drive and inside C, if you have, because C also one folder, it's not. But దాన్ని drive అని ఎందుకు అంటున్నాం? దీన్ని drive అని ఎందుకు అనట్లేదు? Why we are not calling as a drive? Because C is a folder which is mapped with the hard disk. హార్డ్ డిస్క్ తో మ్యాప్ చేసాం, అందుకని దాన్ని C drive అంటున్నాం. Again, D drive means D is a folder we mapped with the drive, I mean hard disk. So that's where we call it as a D drive. D folder, but ఒక హార్డ్ డిస్క్ తో మ్యాప్ చేసాం కాబట్టి దాన్ని డ్రైవ్ అంటున్నాం. ఓకేనా? సో ఇన్ పర్సనల్ I cannot manage multiple hard disks. So obviously, like if I have multiple hard disks, I can't manage. The size of the laptop also will be increased, right? So all concerns. But in real time, we don't use single hard disk for OS and application. We'll use separate storage. Okay, now see, hardly this is a OS hard disk. Actually, partition not required, but they did it. Okay, now so with 8 GB, and it is mapped with the folder name called slash. So it is a drive now. Slash is the drive. ఒక folder ni drive అని ఎప్పుడు అంటాం? File system అని ఎప్పుడు అంటాం? When we call it as a file system, if it is mapped with the hard disk. So it is mapped with this hard disk. Now, so whatever the disk you mapped, so this disk, okay, now it is showing as this disk. దాంట్లో ఒక partition ఉంది. They did it by default. I haven't done. Okay, now so by default I got it with the image. Image లో ఎలా ఉందో అలాగే వస్తుంది. So image they did partition and they mapped with slash folder. So it is a slash file system now. Okay na. So ఒక disk లో నువ్వు ఎన్ని partitions అనే చేసుకోవచ్చు. Similar to your laptop. Okay, any number of partitions you can do it. But generally in real time, okay, maximum will make separate hard disk. We don't use the same hard disk for OS and application. Okay, na? We'll add a additional hard disk. So now here I want to install HTTP. HTTPD ki oka folder untadi. That folder. So generally guys, every application has one specific folder. You have to remember there is no other options. You have to Google. మీరు ఏ అప్లికేషన్ ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసినా, if you install any application, the respected folder will be there. You have to remember or you have to Google it. Example, HTTPD. What is the default folder for HTTPD, guys? Anybody? Do you know that? What is the default folder?
etc www.
No, var www html.
Yeah.
Okay, so every application has its own folder, guys. మీరు ఏ అప్లికేషన్ ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసినా దాని రిలేటెడ్ ఒక ఫోల్డర్ ఉంటుంది ఆల్రెడీ. ఓకేనా? సో వెన్ యూ ఇన్స్టాల్ ఎనీ అప్లికేషన్ దర్ ఇస్ అ స్పెసిఫిక్ ఫోల్డర్. ఆ ఫోల్డర్ తో మనం ఫైల్ సిస్టమ్ క్రియేట్ చేయాలి. సో దట్ okay, so we can manage the disk. Now, so in the next class, maybe not in the current not now. So in the next class, we'll discuss about how to add that, how to attach the hard disk, how to create a file system. Okay, na? Those things and all we'll see in next class. But guys, now example we just already I given about EBS, EFS and S3 bucket. So meanwhile, before tomorrow class, you also should do some R&D. కొంచెం R&D చేస్తే మీకు కూడా నేను చెప్పే క్లాస్ చాలా ఈజీ అయిపోతుంది. ఓకే, సో బిఫోర్ టుమారో క్లాస్ డూ సమ్ R&D about this. And tomorrow class we'll discuss more about this storage. Any questions in today's class? Guys, any questions in today's class?
Sir.
Okay. And please ping me in your respected group. Only one time is enough, guys. If one already anybody ping, I will give no problem. Okay, I think September group, I will ping you. Don't worry. Okay. So yeah. Okay then, guys. We'll meet tomorrow then.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Please practice, guys.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Amar,
Yes.
can you hear me? Yeah, thank
Yes,
you.
Venkat.
Amar, this is an office laptop. I cannot install this PuTTY or any
Yeah.
of these softwares, but I already launched the EC2 instance.
Mhm.
And is there an alternative way, like can I access that AWS console directly, like whatever you're accessing using the PuTTY?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you,
Directly also. Here, can you please go to AWS console? Avinash, select this. Click on connect button. Select your server. Click on connect button. Select this EC2 based instance connector. Okay. Connect. So this is one of the way. you can connect. Here you can do your practice. You get it. Okay.
Thank you, Amar. One more time, would you mind? Can you just go back? I'm just looking at mine. Just one more time quickly.
Okay, sure. So that's the reason, guys. Always just follow my class. Don't simultaneously do it. Okay. So because
Okay.
anyway you will get the recording. Don't simultaneously work with your laptop. Select your
Got you.
server. Click on connect. Select this third option. Connect.
Thank you so much, Amar.
Okay. Yeah. Okay then. Okay then,
Thank you.
guys. So we'll meet tomorrow then. Thank you. Bye.